And we had this great song called Keep 'Em Guessing that Matthew Wilder and David Zippel had written for us that we wanted to be Mushu's intro to Mulan. And he was going to be a bigger character, we felt like, in the story, so he needed something that really said something about who he was. But ultimately, we ended up just going with a simpler idea, which is Eddie Murphy being such a great actor himself that he could really sell the audience on who he was in just a couple words, and it would really help to condense the film and that sort of thing. But there's a lot of fun things in here that I miss, but I think it was.
What made me think I could take my father's place?
No, don't say that. This is too important to me. I mean you. Hey, don't mess with me. I eat bugs like you for breakfast.
Stop it, both of you. It doesn't matter. I mean, look at me. I can't fool anyone.
Of course you can't, looking like some sad little girl, but I can fix that. Look, it's lucky for you. It's not who you are that matters. It's who others think you are that matters. You understand?
You're heading for disaster, but I'm your one best chance. Don't miss, you are miscast. I'll show you how to show who wears the pants. I'm smoother than ginseng. I'll teach you attitude. An act that's so convincing, they'll think you're a dude. You're an odd one, mademoiselle, and your story doesn't gel. But if they don't ask, don't tell, keep 'em guessing. Let me lead you to the fun of camouflaging what you're one of. Cause their business it is none of, keep 'em guessing.
So, how we doing? We're a team, right? Like yin and yang, ping and pong, beef and broccoli?
I don't know. I probably won't make it into camp, let alone the battlefield.
You think that you don't need me, but doll, you're in a jam. I'll train you to mislead, to walk the walk. We'll both pull off this scam. I'm ready to coach you. Let's start with your physique. Before I'm through, they'll vote you He-Man of the Week. Take it from the one who's wise. Pull the silk over their eyes with some little off-white lines. Keep 'em guessing. Honey, listen to old Mushu. Like a cricket, they would squoosh you. Shut your mouth there, man, they boost you. Keep 'em guessing. Well, if the girl you are does not show, you won't set off the alarms. If I can make you mucho macho, who's to know that you're a babe in arms? Though I'm not the type to brag, this charade is in the bag, and reality's a drag. Keep 'em guessing. Sweet cakes never say surrender. I can make you a contender. Get you through this gender bender. Keep 'em guessing. When the truth is too depressing, when it's with your mind a messing, read my lips and heed my lesson. Keep 'em guessing.
As we were developing the film, we got to a point where we were trying to come up with who Shan Yu is. And it brought us down an interesting path because we started to develop a scene where we thought we wanted him to be a spiritual character, have a tie to the Falcon where he can actually see through the Falcon's eyes. And we thought it would be kind of a fun, mystical, magical thing. But it also needed more time to explore. That was taking time away from our main character, Mulan, and exploring her character. So we ended up cutting this scene because of that. But there was some cool ideas in here that I kind of
Have you left anything alive?
No!
Are you sure?
Yes.
Ah, it seems you found a little friend. All creatures should be given a chance to live free. But freedom has its price, and the weak will pay. This will be the fate of the Chinese Emperor. For we are strong, and nothing can stop us. My friend, show me what stands between us and the Imperial City.
One of the most difficult things for a filmmaker is finding the proper way to open a film. How do you get into it? How do you set the tone of the film? What information do you tell the audience that's going to grab them up front and hold them through, and also say enough about your character and this new world that you're inviting the audience to see? For Mulan, we tried several different openings. We tried things with Mulan and her own fantasy of what she wanted her life to be. We did things with the Emperor and actually his dream. We tried things with shadow puppets to create some more feeling of China. All these things that we thought would be a nice solution, they always go away because you start to find what the true solution is.
Initially, Dean DeBlois, who was working in story at the time, he came up with an idea for opening the entire film that started out with the traditional Chinese shadow puppets, which are basically just pieces of paper, translucent paper, that are pushed against other pieces of paper and lit from behind. And different historical tales are told, or different fables are told this way.
We wanted something that was going to ease you in as an audience into our time and into our place, and set you up for something that was both beautiful and nostalgic and a little magical. And I think in our research we discovered that shadow puppets had this beautiful visual appeal.
And it was a way of not only communicating heritage and old legends and stories for children, but also for adults. It was enjoyed by everyone.
The puppets themselves, against a rice paper background, lit with an oil brazier behind it, the effect would be so beautiful and so lulling and so poetic to bring the audience in that we wanted to try it as the opening of our film. And the story that's being told is actually the history of this Great Wall. Just for people, members of the audience, that might not know why it was built. So in a very simple way, we wanted to establish that marauders came to China, that the emperor finally commissioned a wall to be built to keep them out, and that ensured the idyllic pastoral life that the Chinese people now lived.
And so we proceeded to do a complete test of 3 scenes in full color, just to try it out. And then just a little after we had finished the test, Barry Cook, the director, came to us and said, "Show of hands, please. Tell me who's working on the puppet show." And several of us raised our hands, and he said, "Well, you're not anymore," because unfortunately you'd been cut out.
I know that I felt like, well, we're giving a lot of sort of historical background or setup that really doesn't move us into the story in a way, and it's a little dry, and it wasn't quite working on entertainment level, and to show them only for a very brief moment seemed like, was anybody going to know what they're doing here or what this is all about?
The hardest thing to do is actually fall in love with the animation now of the shadow puppets and realize that it's not the appropriate way to go with the opening. We wanted to show the world at large. What is the problem for China and the emperor? And it's the Shan Yu. Who is this imposing character? Why does he want to kill the emperor? And how is this going to affect our one little character, Mulan? Having been through the process of creating this animation and being so proud of it, it's great now to be able to share it with an audience on the DVD. It's a constant struggle with finding the opening of this film. How do we start this big thing? And do we start with the character right up front? The alternate intro, the fantasy, was really about Mulan, how she wanted to be, as opposed to how society really wanted her to be, and we tried to establish that up front. In the very beginning of the movie, we felt it was important to show what is the world, what is the condition that this character lives in, and the conditions being that in this ancient society of China, a woman's role was a certain thing, and that's exactly the opposite of what she wanted to be. She wanted to be carefree and independent and loose and speak her mind just like the men did in the society, and that was her.
Once upon a time, in the magical land of China, there lived a girl named Mulan. She could ride like the wind. She was most unusual, unlike any other girl in the whole world. Young men fell in love with her carefree spirit. She had many powerful friends who joined in her adventures. Nobody was braver. All by herself, she defeated the terrible Shan Yu when he tried to break through the Great Wall. She brought peace to the Middle Kingdom and won great honor for her ancestors. She was admired by everyone, even the emperor himself. It was a good day.
Mulan? Mulan? Hey, Mulan! Your father is coming. He'll want his tea.
Yes, Mama.
For thousands of years, all was good. All was peaceful in China. Our ancestors worked hard and received gifts from the earth. But one day, vicious Huns attacked from the north, destroying villages, burning temples. They had no honor, no respect. News soon reached the emperor, and he ordered a wall to be built. Through many dynasties, each emperor faithfully added to this great wall. It grew thousands of miles long, winding through the mountains like a powerful dragon watching over us. Brick by brick, the wall was built.
In the process of making the film, we tried a lot of different things with Mulan's character and how to present that, and also how to show the world of China and kind of what's put upon her as a character. So we had this betrothal sequence that we created, and it was a lot of fun in some ways and some humorous things, but what we discovered out of it mostly was that it showed that she wanted to go off to war and join the war for all the wrong reasons, selfish reasons, that she didn't want to be part of this world and put upon in this way. And ultimately what we decided was that she had to go away for the love that she had for her father, who would surely die if she didn't go. And that was the most important.
Good morning, Mulan.
Good morning, Baba.
She'll make quite a wife.
Oh, your betrothal day.
I'm certain she will be happy with the Lee family.
Oh, she'll be fine. After a while, she'll be just like a part of the family. And what a family. They're powerful. They're wealthy. They're early. No, they can't be. She has to make a good impression. She's not ready. Oh, what are we going to do with your hair? Stall them. We need time.
Welcome. I trust your journey was a pleasant one. You traveled so quickly.
I told her we'd be early. This is my son, Li Shang. Good-looking boy, huh?
It's an honor to meet my future father-in-law.
Not so fast. We have a deal to make first.
Please, come inside.
Shang, tend to the animals.
Ouch!
Tell me about Shang. Is he kind? Will I like him? Will he like me?
Too many questions. None of that matters. Hold still.
My daughter will make a perfect wife. She's worth far more than 4 goats. 6 goats. Your daughter will be fortunate to marry my son. 5 goats.
Hey, I've forgotten the sash. I'll be right back.
Is that Sean?
Oh, no.
Aye.
You know it's forbidden to see your husband before the wedding day.
But that's a whole year away, and I don't know anything about him.
It's better that way, you'll see. I remember when I first saw your grandfather. It was not too good, actually.
Nai, please. I just want to see him.
Really? Do you think the ancestors would approve? He says, go ahead. What's one little peek? Now get ready quickly and I'll take care of your mother.
All right. I have the sash and the flowers for her hair and...
Let's go. We must entertain our guests.
Nai, she's not ready.
She'll be fine.
But her makeup isn't done. Her hair, it's not finished. Her dress hasn't even been fastened. There's no way that she's even close to being ready.
Now, maybe you'll have a little faith.
Come on. Let's get in there and give Fazoo some support.
Don't forget to use the fan. It drives the men crazy.
Good boy. It sure was a long ride, huh? Come on, let's have some more.
3 goats and 5 chickens. Six goats. 5 goats and 3 chickens. And a pig. A pig? Well, we'll have to have a look at her. You won't be disappointed. I now present to you
Aha. Clear eyes. Good for threading needles. Oh, she has all her teeth. Her back seems straight. But she's so skinny. Not good for bearing sons.
she'll fatten up. I think we have a deal.
Wait. Our daughter-in-law should be able to entertain us with beautiful music.
Oh, but I've never...
She's a little nervous. Go ahead, Mulan. Play.
She'll do.
5 goats, 3 chickens, and a pig. The marriage contract is sealed. Your daughter will wear this to show she is engaged to my son. He wears the other half.
You may go, Mulan.
You're not getting away from me, you little... Mulan?
I think one of you is my fiancé.
No, you're worth at least 5 pigs. And a cow. Oh, stupid, stupid, stupid.
Another opening that we tried for the film was actually the Emperor's Dream, and it was a spiritual connection that he had, that the ancestors gave him this impression, this vision of this impending doom of the Shan Yu, and who would help save him from this doom of somebody taking over China. Now, the only thing that we really liked about it, to tell you the truth, besides the wonderful song that we had by Matthew and David, was the fact that we actually did like the opening that was very delicate that Hans Bacher designed, that suggested kind of the Chinese painting, which we actually salvaged in the opening.
Only the most loyal and devoted subject can save us.
The most loyal and devoted. Tell me, ancestors, who is he?